The government's new guidelines on over-the-top or OTT content on digital media platforms and also on social media are being tracked, discussed and debated widely. For a sense of the guiding philosophy behind the framing of these new rules, we're joined by one of the heavyweights of the Narendra Modi Government Union, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar. Javadekar ji, welcome to India Today. I want to start by asking you about OTT content, which is your direct remit, and there's a huge discussion around the need to bring these guidelines, the manner in which these guidelines have been framed, the consultation that took place or didn't take place before you rolled out these guidelines. At the outset, why don't you lay out why you think these guidelines are important? What is it, in your view, that you hope to achieve?
I think government job is to provide level playing field to all the stakeholders in the same sector. Now see, if somebody is making film, he has to go through CBFC process, censor board process, and whatever censor gives cuts, he has to cut or appeal to the appellate authority. But there is a system. For TV, you have to follow program code as per the law. And you have also formed self-regulation mechanism, and which is working, and that's good, fine. So when you stakeholders, part of stakeholders are having some kind of rule mechanism created by themselves in a way, why it should not be applicable to all the other platforms? OTT is a new creation. It's a creation of technological advancement, and we welcome it. And therefore, we have practically just gave the same guidelines as are applicable to you media.
But the manner in which, sir, the content is consumed is very different. For example, when somebody goes to a cinema hall, there are hundreds of people watching at the same time, or television is consumed on a huge screen and there are probably families watching at the same time, whereas a large part of OTT content is consumed on the phone by an individual. Therefore, what an individual can watch in his private capacity, should that then be the same as what a large number of people can watch on a big screen?
So that is why we have not mandated censor certificate. What we have said is self-classification. That is, U film, A film, and in between 13 plus and 16 plus. So these are the self-classification they have to make. OTT platform have to declare which category it belongs to. And accordingly, they have to ensure that there is parental control for restricted categories and things really don't go out of hand. That's the only thing. In theaters, you prohibit a minor to see the adult film. But here, they will have to ensure that things happen. And what I'm really happy for this, because after our declaration of code yesterday, practically the whole country, and we have received congratulatory message from world over, because people have liked it. People were demanding this kind of justice between all the stakeholders of the same category. And therefore, we are happy that people have appreciated our efforts.
So I want you to now address some of the concerns people have about content which may not be favorable to the government or its policies. Take, for example, what happened with Tandav, where, or any, even if it
Tandav producer has welcomed our code.
Sure, but there's also
the sure means that is the important sign.
But a bail application filed by the person who directed the series has been rejected by a court. So that's also the reality. Now, let me instead of getting into one serial, I want to look at it more broadly. The concern, Minister, is that content which shows the government or its policies in bad light, even if not directly but indirectly, you will now come down with a heavy hand on.
No. We haven't prepared a censor certificate like situation or any other mechanism which will immediately swung into action like a police department. No. What we have said is that they have to self-classify, they have to register, in a way give disclosure of information. They must have their own grievance redressal system of which they will give us report every month. And what we have said is they have to create a self-regulatory mechanism along the lines of some TV channels who have appointed retired Justice Sikri for the job, and there is a board of 6 members, and there is a hearing is given to any complainant, and accordingly the verdict is given.
So what you mentioned, sir, are the first 2 tiers. On top of these 2 tiers is Big Boss, which is you.
No, but
which
that
essentially means if you don't like what the company did itself or what the self-regulation mechanism did, you have the ultimate hatauda and you can
No,
come down.
but that is, see, as a sovereign government, we have not brought any new law. The existing provisions give us power. Earlier it was interministerial committee, now it will be interdepartmental committee, no political interference, and we have those powers. We can stop TV channels for 24 hours, 48 hours or anything. Those powers have remained and will remain with the government of any kind, and therefore we have not brought or changed any law. That is the main thing.
So let's deal with the criticism that was thrown your way on the issue of consultation. A lot of the industry bodies put out public statements saying that this is well and good, but please first listen to us. Unlike Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, your colleague in the telecom ministry, who had a wider range of consultation, the charge against you, Minister, is that because there was a lot of immediate issues, you pushed this through without adequate.
No, absolutely wrong, because we held OTT platforms consultation in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Bengaluru. At all places, there were all OTT platforms present, and we discussed wide range of issues. So there was first consultation. I called myself 40 OTT platforms of which information is available with the government. So we called all the OTT platforms, all came practically, and we had consultation, and in the first meeting I appealed to them that you create your self-regulation mechanism so that government don't want to intervene. It's a different field and we want to let you have your say, but there has to be reasonable restriction put by yourself. It's a self-discipline. So they agreed, but they didn't do anything for 4 months.
Why do you think they didn't do it?
Because this is the question which you should put to them. Then I called again, and there I gave them period of 100 days. In 100 days, you bring out a credible mechanism of self-regulation based on this. And I gave all the mechanism details, what TVs are following, TV news channels are following. So I gave them. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. Then at the last minutes, somebody brought like an internal committee. So therefore, we made it that level playing field to all the TV channels and OTT operators, and film program code and ethics code to all the OTT platforms. As far as digital media is concerned, portals, news portals, we don't know how many there are. There is no system of giving information. Nobody registers with, like if I want to consult with newspapers, I have a register of 1 lakh RNI registered newspapers. There is no register of digital news agencies or digital news portals. So we have said that now you submit the information, so we can definitely, and my doors are always open, you can come anytime. And so I think that's a hands-on consultation also for the sector where there was no information tracked.
Let's deal with the issue, sir, of offensive content. Now, what is offensive to whom is laced with so much subjectivity that anybody can be offended about anything. So let's, for example, somebody says, I'm offended with the name Tandav. Now, somebody can say, kya bura isme? It's all right, what's the problem with the name? So do your guidelines create scope for ambiguity and overreach?
Absolutely not. We are a working democracy for last 70 years, a vibrant democracy. We have not changed the law. All the legal provisions are there already in the statute book for last 70 years, and there is no major complaint of, except the emergency period. There is no major complaint of restricting the freedom of speech, and therefore, I think that it will continue like that, because see, Tandav, what we did, we had the powers, but we didn't stop that. What we did was, Tandav themselves corrected what they wanted.
No, because they're under pressure.
No, whose pressure?
Legal pressure, pressure from fringe groups who may come to some
No,
office and start doing some todpod.
It is not the fringe groups. See, it was people's reaction. So there can be reaction from both sides. The issue is, ultimately they decided on their own.
But did they have a choice?
No, but that is their decision. They produced, they corrected. Where are we to say this? They just ask us what are the guidelines. So we provided what is the legal framework. That's all.
So I know for a fact that you're a big fan of movies and music yourself. I want to ask you, Minister, at a time when you've come out with new guidelines for OTT, what OTT content have you been consuming? So give me something which you really like.
I consume, basically I like biographies and contemporary issues. So I have seen Evils of Social Media, the ex-Google guys who have narrated a story, very relevant story of how social media is taking our time and what are the plus and minuses of the media. I have also seen Obama's final years, then beginning of Michelle Obama. I have seen World War movies. I have seen Harshad Mehta 10 episodes. I have seen many things. And therefore, I go into but contemporary topics and biographies essentially.
So what is it that you didn't like? Like this is an area that you'd like to correct.
One day I saw one serial and I was shocked. Crime or something like that, there was serial in which a police inspector unnecessarily is abusing in every sentences. Abusing, worst kind of abuses which we don't utter. And worst was his 5 years daughter. So when she asked, "Where are you going, Baba?" So he says, "You know, I'm going for a mission and you know what to say on this." So she gave very dirty abuse. Giving and making a child of 5 years giving abuses, if that is the test, I am not that test. And therefore, people don't like this. But it's their choice. If they want to see, they can see, but they have to.
No, so let me ask you this question. Let's take the example you gave. Are you okay if somebody uses creative liberty and freedom to come out with content with lots of galis, or would you want a producer or director of that kind to correct and not put this out in public?
No, now they will have to follow, that is the program code as you TV channels are following. So what is the difficulty? You are also carrying your entertainment channels, carry the entertainment part of the stories and various fictions and serials. So they follow the code, they will also follow the code.
So I'm curious to know whether you're following the global story around tech giants versus governments in Australia and in Canada on the issue of making tech giants pay for content that is on their platforms. As the INB Minister, what do you think?
It is not just about payment. Payment is one part of the story. How to share, because when you are profiting, say, somebody told me that they get profit from Indian business of more than 11,000 crore rupees. If that's true, they are getting it fully. Now, how to share it with the media from where they take the stories is the issue which is being dealt by Australia, and now many people and media houses are asking for increase in their share of such revenues. That is one part of the story. Now the other part of the story is, as far as the tech giants have provided, on a positive side, empowered people on WhatsApp, on Google, on any platform, YouTube. you are seeing so many new innovative ideas, so many good creative concepts, so many good acting and various other talents coming to the fore, which otherwise would not have been. And therefore, it's a self-creation platform. It's a real media freedom for the people, but that all freedoms have to be responsible. All freedoms have to have reasonable restrictions, and that is what we believe in. But till that is okay, we are okay with all kinds of freedoms.
No, so you're saying you're okay with freedoms, but I want to take, for example, the legal action in the case of climate change activist Disha Ravi, where the police filed a sedition case because they thought the toolkit was incendiary, inflammatory, against national interest. The court said, you can't, for the wounded vanity of a government, file a sedition case. Now my concern is that will content which you, not you personally, but you as government don't like, will you come down hard on that because this is anti-government content?
No, it is, see, on the other hand, here is a Prime Minister who in all the 7 years of his regime has appreciated work of every previous Prime Minister, be it Congress or Janata Dal or anybody. He is the Prime Minister who always on the occasion of starting of the Parliament session says that you criticize, because that is what democracy is all about. So we are the most open government India has seen, and therefore we don't want to stop criticism. It is not pro-government and anti-government. What is important is that it has to follow the norms of decency, of the national interest. If somebody is aligned with some terrorist groups, by their action, it is objectionable. And I will not like to comment on what court observed, because in directions they don't write all these things. In final verdict, nothing appears of what headlines are made of, never appears in directions, never appears in verdicts. So judgment is different. So I will restrict myself to judgment. But thing is that court process, when it is on, I will not like to comment on. But majority of this country have not approved somebody creating a conspiracy to defame India. That is, people don't like. After all, that's also democracy.
Now, one of the questions being raised by tech policy activists is about whether it is possible for these tech companies to now comply with your new guidelines. And I'll take the example of end-to-end encryption for WhatsApp or for Signal or for apps, where the government's new guidelines mandate that the originator of the mischief needs to be identified with by the tech companies. The tech companies turn around and say, our content is end-to-end encrypted. We have no idea of where a particular content came from because we don't see what's between the chats.
No, but that aspect is discussed world over. And various restrictions have been put by Singapore, Australia, the European Commission has envisaged, and there are other countries which are also, as you know, in China is a different ballgame, but there are democratic countries which are also thinking and have taken steps to prevent unsavory scenes.
I want to quote to you what the Internet Freedom Foundation said about these guys.
Who is this Internet Foundation?
Freedom Foundation.
Is it not a Indian Freedom Foundation? Indian freedom was a struggle where Gandhiji to Savarkar to everybody participated for 500 years of fight. This is not a freedom. See, freedom is given by the constitution of democratic countries. And in democratic countries, activist means what activities they do. I don't know. But one thing is very sure, that we respect all opinions by any name. But this is just one name.
But you seem, not just you individually, but the government seems to have a problem now with activists.
No.
The Prime Minister said Andolan Jeevi, etc. Now all of you are a part of an activist movement. You came from around the times of the
Because
JP
we were
आंदोलन.
working with people.
वो भी आप भी तो आंदोलनजीवी थे.
तो आंदोलनजीवी माने जो देश के भलाई के लिए आंदोलन
तो
करना.
उस टाइम पे इंदिरा गांधी को तो नहीं लगता था कि आप देश की भलाई के लिए कर रहे हो.
नहीं, वो इंदिरा गांधी को लगने का मुद्दा नहीं था. लोकतंत्र के मूल्य के लिए था और लोकतंत्र की रक्षा के लिए था और मीडिया फ्रीडम के लिए था. मेरे पिताजी सब एडिटर थे. वो 25 जून को नाइट शिफ्ट में थे. जब सुबह मॉर्निंग आए, उन्होंने कहा पुलिस ऑफिसर आके बैठा एंड ही हैज स्टार्टेड सेंसरिंग. सो दैट वाज असॉल्ट ऑन आवर कंसेप्ट ऑफ फ्रीडम आल्सो एंड देयरफॉर वी फॉट अगेंस्ट इट एंड वेंट टू
पर
जेल.
अभी भी जो लोग लड़ रहे हैं आपसे, दे आर
ये
अपोजिंग.
कहाँ लड़ रहा है? What we have done?
जो एक्टिविस्ट हैं,
Have
obviously
we abrogated any freedom?
they think that you have.
Enshrined in constitution? No. No, that is my, basically in our country is the most open country. But you can't have OTT platform, as Ravi Shankar ji yesterday said. For Capitol Hill attack, they take one position. And in Lal Killa attack, they take another position. That is not correct. Because here it is not a neutral umpire working. It is, they become party.
So one of the things that your guidelines entail is the role of government. If self-regulation and before that the content creation itself is not found suitable, how often do you see the government's role coming into play? You called it a soft stick, but how do you see this actually play itself?
This is not stick at all.
Soft touch, you said.
No, this is what is that they have to disclose the information of their existence and their details. Two, they have to put themselves the grievance redressal mechanism. If anybody complains, there must be a mechanism to sort it out and decide in 15 days. Then second, they must have as an organization, a group of organizations into a self-regulatory mechanism headed by either retired High Court or Supreme Court Justice or an eminent person of in that field. So that is also there. And third is government has the sovereign powers that need not be defined. They are there. We have not changed anything.
So we've had a wide-ranging conversation. You've put forth and articulated your thinking on these issues. We will track very carefully how these guidelines are actually implemented and whether they're implemented in the spirit in which you mentioned or in a different spirit will be tracked all across the country because this content is being consumed everywhere.
I think that ultimately now 7 years in, we have seen Modi government fully democratic, sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka vishwas, and we are not divided in divide game. We bring together all people because we love country and we want to make country more stronger by keeping it united.
I'm going to leave it over there. Thank you very much, Union I&B Minister Prakash Javadekar, for your time in spelling out your thoughts and the philosophy behind the new guidelines. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.